All right, let's dive into a story that is genuinely chilling. This is a firsthand account of something that just doesn't have an easy explanation. And this isn't just some campfire tale, it's a memory that left a real, permanent scar. We're going to walk through exactly what happened.
We're actually starting at the end of the story with this quote. This is what the narrator said years and years later. That one sentence tells you everything you need to know. Whatever this was, it wasn't just a quick scare. It was something that stayed with him for life. It just hangs over everything we're about to hear.
So let's rewind. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Like so many horror stories, this one starts on what should have been a totally normal evening. The kind where you feel safe and comfortable, a feeling that is about to be completely shattered. Okay, so here's the setup. Our narrator is just a kid, only 9 years old, and he's pretty isolated. His mom's out of the country, his dad's working late, it's just him and his grandmother at home. That creates this small, vulnerable little bubble, There's no one else around to help.
And this is when we get the first little sign that something's off. On one side, you have this really sweet, normal moment. Grandma comes home with the boy's absolute favorite food, Elish fish, ready to cook up a treat. But at the same time, she's acting strange. The narrator notices she's really scared, super nervous about something. It's a total clash of vibes, and that's our first big red flag. Then she gives this order, and it's not like a casual, "Hey, can you close the window?" The fear in her voice makes it sound urgent, almost desperate. It's like she's trying to lock down the house to protect them from something she feels is coming with the night.
Now we're moving into the kitchen, usually the heart of the home, a place of warmth. Well, tonight, it's about to become the scene of the crime. All that anxiety that's been building up, it's about to turn into something very, very real.
For just a second, everything seems fine again. The narrator, he's just a kid, right? He smells his favorite food cooking and he gets excited. He runs into the kitchen, totally ready for dinner. That smell, it kind of relaxes you. It pulls you into this false sense of security. And this is where it gets weird. His grandmother sees it first. Some of the fish she just fried is gone, just vanished from the plate. She doesn't scream or anything, she just watches, and you can feel her fear crank up to 11. How is that even possible?
And then he sees it. Reaching in through the kitchen window is a hand. The description is so simple, it's terrifying. It was black, it was hairy. There was no arm, no body, no face, just this hand, reaching in to steal another piece of fish.
Now here is the detail that changes everything. This is the fact that breaks your brain. Their apartment was on the 5th floor. The 5th floor. You can't just reach into a 5th floor window. It's physically impossible. And just like that, this story goes from a weird robbery to something else. Something unnatural. Okay, so now we're at the climax. You're faced with something impossible, something terrifying. What do? Well, everything that happens next is all because of the grandmother. Let's see how this all comes to a head. The narrator does exactly what you'd expect a 9-year-old to do. He freezes, completely and utterly paralyzed with fear. He can't move, can't scream, he's just stuck there, watching this horror unfold. His reaction just shows you how terrifying this moment truly was.
But his grandmother, wow, she's a whole other story. While the boy is frozen, she just snaps into action. She pushes past her fear, grabs the first thing she can, the hot metal tongs she was cooking with, and she fights back. In this incredible moment of courage, she presses those burning tongs right onto that hand.
And the reaction is instant. A sound that he describes as a horrifying scream just echoes through the apartment, and the hand is gone. Vanished. Just like that, the fight is over. But that scream and that image of the disappearing hand, that's what sticks.
So the hand is gone, but the story is not over. Not by a long shot. Because the real impact of something like this isn't just the event itself. It's the shockwave it sends through your life afterward. This is the part that haunts you.
So here's what happened immediately after. The shock was so great, the narrator just passed out cold. He faints. He wakes up later in a hospital with his family all around him. It takes him 3 days to physically feel better. But like we heard from that first quote, the mental recovery, that never really happens. The memory is there forever. And that's really the point of this whole story. It's not about figuring out what the creature was. It's about what happens to a person after they experience true terror. It's a chilling reminder that some things just carve themselves into your brain and leave a scar that never fades.
Which, of course, leaves us with that one final impossible question. It couldn't have been a person on the 5th floor. That scream didn't sound human. So, what was it? Whose hand was that? The story gives us no answers, and honestly, that might be the most terrifying part of it all.